child in need meeting, complete. It's 9 minutes past 10. Complete in an hour, which isn't too bad. I'm feeling generally the same as normal, not particularly positive or negative. I don't think we did anything new, did we? We've just agreed to the same stuff we agreed to last time. But hopefully they won't move the goalposts again. It feels like we've gone back to where we were 6 weeks ago when we had the last meeting, but I think this time everyone's clear on what we've agreed. So to summarise, this person that we're interviewing later to be Andy's personal assistant, we're now trying to get them for 9 hours every month, just socialising with him. But we're allowed to use the last 8 weeks that we've been paid for, backdated as well. So over the summer holidays, we've got 27 hours to use with this person to get to know him initially, with us going out places, all of us, and then eventually getting to the point for the last couple of weeks of the summer holidays where she's taking Andy out on her own places. And then we have 4 weeks, starting from the first day back in September, where she's going to travel with the school transport and the school transport companion assistant person to school with him. But it'll only be 4 weeks because it's no one can pay for it. We obviously can't employ somebody when I'm leaving work myself. Direct payments through social services will help with social stuff, but they won't help with education stuff. And education is saying, well, we're already providing a taxi and a person in that. We're not going to pay for a second person in that.
But the thing is that they never come out to meet the kids.
Yeah, they can't do anything outside of the transport side of things. So this person who we're interviewing has 4 weeks from September, firstly to get him to school, and then to transition him on to this person who's employed by Education and Transport Services so that he'll start going with them. So it's quite a big and difficult task, but at least we are now interviewing for the job that she originally applied for. She looks great on her CV. She's got an interest in churches, particularly stained glass. She already works with an autistic 20-something. Who she takes out to churches and takes him bowling and just stuff that Andy would like to do. So hopefully she'll be exactly what he needs and he'll get on really well with her. And then we just need to hope that she's strong enough to, not physically, but like mentally strong enough to get him there and handle that transition thing all in the space of, realistically, about 2 months from appointment to handing him off to someone else, and then just becoming this person who comes and sees him a couple of times a month for an afternoon trip to a church or something at the weekend. So it's quite I don't know if it's a job I'd be comfortable taking on, because it starts really intense. We're going to need her to put some hours in over the first couple of months, firstly over the summer holidays, and then in that first month back, and then it really massively scales back.
But she must know that the difficulties she's going to have, that if she works with one autistic person, she must know. My
one thing that I haven't raised with anybody yet, because I want to see A, if she's any good, and B, if he travels with her. But if we get 2 weeks into this and he's travelling happily to school with her, but it's really difficult to transition him on to the person the council want to send, the point I'll raise then is, well, can't education services employ her as the taxi companion? So
but it's the taxi people that employ, not...
Yeah, so can't they employ her?
Yeah.
And when we can't pay her anymore, they just start paying her. It saves... well, it doesn't save anyone any money, but they're not paying any extra money because they'll just reallocate the person who's currently allocated to him somewhere else, and they just add her as an extra person, and she could potentially do that long term then. The one downside at the moment, while she's working for us and travelling with him, is they'll only transport her to the school. So every morning we're going to have to... The idea is she'll get him into a taxi and they'll head off, and then I'll follow them like 2 minutes later, because I'll then have to meet her at school and drive her back here where her car will be. So it's not a disaster. If it gets him back to school, it's fine. But
it takes us out of the equation. That's the best thing. That we're not expected to do that. They've made sure that school and transport are going to do that, because if it was us, we would have to get over that hurdle of when it's not us. So.
And then with regard to sending some work home for him, 18 months in, we've now been told that they can't send work home for someone who's off school sick, which I'm not sure that's true. I've sent work home to kids who are off sick, but they are going to point us towards some stuff that we can be doing with him that we can discover ourselves. So at least we're going to have some work to be doing with him over the summer as well, which again, potentially, this person who we're interviewing later on could do some of that with him, but I don't know if we want to blur those lines and do that. We'll figure that out when the time comes, but I probably need to go to work now, so I'll leave you lot to it. I'm going to head to work. The next time I see you lot will probably be at the train station or McDonald's, and then once we've got your mum here, we need to go and interview this person, and hopefully she's going to be the most awesome human being who's ever lived, and we get a little bit closer towards where we want to be.
A lot of stuff.
You're not crossing your fingers. Cross those fingers.
I don't need to cross my fingers. Hopefully fate and destiny will...
Well, now I'm doing this. Now I'm giving it a little help along. This isn't McDonald's. It is later in the day. We've got like 10 minutes before we have to go out and get Anna's mum, and there's parcels for me. First, Anna has got extra birthday presents for me.
2 cups.
So... let's see what this one is. First of all, I think this is the one that we've already had a spoiler for. Feels very pop violly. It is a piece of paper. And Kate of Lost! That's 3 of the 7 Lostingtons that I now have. Excellent. Thank you for Kate from Lost. And what have we got over here? What's this? Oh no. We've got some Reaper chili pods. The world's hottest chili pods. Are these freeze dried? Do I have to? Oh god. We'll perhaps take them to Blackpool with us.
Your wish list.
I know. Oh god. Next week, or maybe in Blackpool. And then I've got this. I think I know what this is. I think this is the last of my wrestling t-shirts from earlier in the week. So this is a Bullet Club t-shirt, and this is mysterious. I don't know what this box is. I don't think we've ordered anything else, but I don't know what this could be. It's a lot of brown paper. That's cheese in a can. Is that from you? There's no note. I assume this is from one of you lot. It's Easy Cheese, American cheese. It's a new formula, still made with cheese. I'm a little bit worried that it's not. It does say no need to refrigerate. Looks like we have a taste test coming up next week. Thank you, whoever sent me the cheese in a can. Let me know down in the comments who you were, because yeah, for some reason it's not come through. Anna wants to show you her new... I don't know why she's not coming on camera to do it. She's got Aquaman cosplay.
They're not cosplay.
It's Aquaman cosplay.
They're mermaids.
Apparently it's mermaid trousers. We know Aquaman cosplay. Right, I need to go and dress like a wrestler so that we can go and get your mum. They do cheese and bacon flavour. Welcome to the first of 4 consecutive days of... We're at Peterborough train station. Well, I thought I was being really efficient by getting here a little bit early so that we could get our tickets for tomorrow, save a little bit of time in the morning. But when I went to find my reference number on the app, they were already downloaded. Modern technology's awesome. But now we've got 15 minutes to kill before the train gets here. So realistically, 20 minutes to kill before she makes it out here. And for the first time, we have one of these with us. He does like to watch the trains. He doesn't like to do anything for 20 minutes though. So we'll see how this works out. Slight complication. The good people of Nottingham train station have directed Anna's mum towards the wrong train. So rather than the direct one that we booked her, they've put her on the one that changes at Grantham, but they didn't tell her about it until she got to Grantham. So they've got her off the train in Grantham. It didn't link up with one to Peterborough properly, because obviously that's not what it was supposed to do. So now she's got to wait in Grantham until 5:05 and pay an extra 15 quid to get here. It means she's going to be over an hour late getting here, which means we've got to occupy him for an hour, which he's already not impressed about. It also means we won't be able to go to McDonald's on the way home, which we've already agreed to do for him, because she's going to get in here at about 5:45. We have to be at the interview with the PA lady at 6:30. We don't have her contact details with us, so we can't contact her and tell her that we're going to be late and try and rearrange that. This could get messy. At the moment, we're trying to convince him to just walk over here so that we can go to McDonald's now and then come back here, but because that's different to what he was expecting, he doesn't want to do it. We're going to go to McDonald's? He hasn't had a meltdown for months. We might be about to get one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nottingham train station. Yeah, he's really not impressed with this. I need to try and move the car because we've only got parking until 5:20, but he won't come with me, which means I've got to kind of leave Anna, which I don't really want to do because he's screaming and shouting. It's 4:52. We've managed to get him to the McDonald's just down the road from there. Train update should be about 50 minutes. She's not even on it yet, I don't think. Right, we're in McDonald's. He's chilled out a little bit now. Food should be on its way. I am going to check through my emails because I've emailed this woman before that we're interviewing, and hopefully I can get hold of her by email. If I can push that meeting back an hour, then all the stress goes away and we're fine. Progress report, leaving McDonald's. Those signature burgers, they're nice. You should have the barbecue one of those. It is now 5:21. She apparently got on the 5:07 fast train to London from Grantham, which gets here in like 25 minutes, which is good. Because that means she's going to be back, or she will be at Peterborough Station in 8 minutes time at 5:29, which should give us enough time to pick her up, get her and Andy home, so me and Anna can head out again and do this interview that we need to do.
Hello, sir.
Because hello. Because the lady that we're interviewing, the only contact we've got with us right now is our husband's email address, which is frustrating. Back at back at the train station again. It is 5:29. This is the time the train's supposed to get here. We just about managed to avoid a full-on meltdown. It would have been our first one in months, pretty much since he's been on his medication. He just doesn't, he finds it very hard to compute changes to plans. He needs all of his plans setting out step by step, really broken down quite far in advance. So we've been planning him coming with us to pick her up for 4 or 5 days of Daddy gets home from work, then we all go in the car, we pick her up, then we go to McDonald's, then we're going to go to the church, then staying at home with her while we go out. And it's been step by step. He fully understood what the plan was. So for us to get here, he sees the first step happen, or first 2 steps happen. I come home, we get here, and then for us to try and change it and go to McDonald's first, it just becomes a whole other thing that he's not prepared for, and he finds that very difficult to cope with. The really cool thing is he didn't fully melt down. He dropped to the floor a couple of times, he screamed a couple of times, but it wasn't a full-on clothes off, kicking and screaming meltdown like we've had in the past. And we got him to McDonald's, he ate, he's now back there watching the trains while I come up here, meet Anna's mum. He knows we're not going to McDonald's after we've done that, and we should, or could, still be on time for this meeting that we've got to get to, which will be awesome. Of course, the train's delayed. Why wouldn't the train be delayed? Only 5 minutes, apparently. Really hope she's on this one. We've just spoken to her on the phone. She says this is the one she's on. So we'll cross the fingers again. She's going to walk through here any second now. 5:57. We're back near home. Obviously we've had to come to the church because that was part of the original deal we've had with him. Still haven't heard back from the lady we're supposed to be meeting at 6:30. We did send her an email trying to push her back to 7. Don't really need to do that now. But she hasn't got back to me. So fingers crossed she'll be there at 6:30 anyway. Does rely on them being fairly quick here so we can get home, drop them off, get back out again. We're meeting her in a pub, which is weird, but where do you meet someone for a job interview at some... We're not allowed to bring her to the house. It's Friday night. Where'd you go? There's no coffee shops or anything open. It's very silly.
Oh gosh. You're very happy? You're happy, Mama? Are you happy? Yeah. Are you been in there? Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. Good, isn't it? Is that nice? And Mama came with you?
Were you scared of the camera?
I just weren't expecting someone to be standing there.
6:22. We're on time. We can't go through there. The gate's closed. We might not be on time. Oh, actually, we can go up there. Ignore me. The gate's closed. We should be on time, maybe. Right, we've made it here, but we've just realised we don't know what she looks like. We assumed we'd have her mobile number on the application form. We don't. We only have a home number. There is a woman stood out the front. We might go and ask if it's her. I've never walked up to a woman in a bar before. This is going to be a new experience for me. That was good, I think. Agreed? Mm-hmm. On the whole, pretty positive. She's going to come and meet him next week at some point. We need to set up a time when she can meet him, assuming they get on. Fingers crossed, again, for about the 10th time today, but as long as they don't completely clash when they meet, we should be able to move forward and look to appoint her at some point over the next couple of weeks, at which point it then becomes full speed ahead on trying to get them used to each other, get Andy comfortable with her, so that when September comes around, they can travel into school together. But on the whole, really positive. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy. This is a good day. It's now 7:04. I need to go to Tesco to get stuff for her mum for the weekend, and then I need to go for a run. Run complete. There he is, look, there's your proof. That's how happy he was at the end of the run. What a happy man. Didn't take the camera with me this time. Used my hands properly. There was a point about halfway around, just for one of the 1 minute blocks, where I actually felt like I might be running rather than just shuffling along Fat Man style. It didn't last, and I couldn't recapture it, but I think we might be getting there. Also, hands up, who's knocked like a minute and a half off their best ever mile time this week? If your hand's up, you're a liar, because only I've done that. When we did this on Wednesday, the only other time I timed it, I didn't time it on Monday, but on Wednesday, did 1.94 miles in 33 minutes at a 17:11 pace. Today, we did 2 miles exactly in 31 minutes, 15:48 pace. Basically, I mean, that's marathon speed now, surely. That's almost as fast as a brisk walk. So I'm incredibly proud of myself. What this does prove, in all seriousness, is if you are an excuse maker, like 34-year-old Kev was, rest assured, absolutely everybody in the world can at least do the first week of Couch to 5K. I'm not looking forward to next week, because apparently it ups the amount of time we run for a little bit. I haven't dared look. I'll do that on Monday when I go out there. I'll let it be a pleasant surprise. But that first week, which is 5-minute walk, then a minute run, minute and a half walk, repeated 8 times, and a 5-minute walk. Anyone can do that, because I managed to do it. And there's no one out there who's less fit than I am. So, no excuses, people. I now need to go and get this edited, pack my bags, because in, 10 hours time, we're going to be on the train to Blackpool. Thank you for watching.